Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and ancient forests, lived a girl named Alara. She was known for her vivid imagination and her love of exploring the unknown. Alara often wandered the woods, dreaming of magical realms and hidden treasures. One bright morning, while exploring a part of the forest she had never ventured into before, Alara stumbled upon an old, moss-covered well. As she peered inside, she noticed a faint, shimmering light emanating from the depths. Curiosity piqued, she reached in and pulled out a small, glowing ruby gem. The gem was warm to the touch and seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. The moment Alara held the ruby, the forest around her began to blur and shift. Colors swirled, trees twisted, and the ground seemed to vanish beneath her feet. She felt a rush of wind and, in an instant, found herself in a completely different world. This new realm was dazzling, filled with floating islands, sparkling rivers, and creatures she had only ever read about in fairy tales. It was a place of dreams where the impossible was possible. Alara explored with wonder, meeting talking animals, befriending fairies, and learning from wise old wizards. Days turned into weeks as she lost herself in the enchantment of this magical land. However, as time went on, Alara began to feel a deep sense of longing for her home. She missed the familiar faces of her family and friends, the scent of her mother's cooking, and the warmth of her own bed. Though the land of dreams was beautiful, it wasn't real. Alara knew she had to find a way back to her reality. Remembering the ruby gem, she sought out the oldest and wisest wizard in the realm, an ancient being named Eldoran. Eldoran listened to her story and examined the ruby with great care. After a long moment, he spoke, his voice soft and kind. "This gem," he said, "is a portal between worlds. It brought you here because it sensed your longing for adventure. But it can also take you back, if you truly desire it. To return, you must focus on what you love most about your home. The gem will guide you." Alara held the ruby close to her heart, closed her eyes, and thought of her village. She envisioned her parents' loving faces, the laughter of her friends, the cozy warmth of her home. As she concentrated, she felt a gentle tugging sensation. The world around her began to blur once more, and she felt herself being lifted, carried away on a current of light and color. When she opened her eyes, she was back at the old well in the familiar forest. The ruby gem had lost its glow and now lay dull and lifeless in her hand. Alara knew its magic was spent, but she felt no sadness. She had found her way back to where she truly belonged.